So in the previous class we had studied about the air, the properties or the characteristics of the air. So in this class we will discuss about the uses of air. So what are the uses of air? So we have seen so many inflated things like balloons, pillows, mattresses. So air can expand certain bodies. Air it is expanding certain bodies. So air can expand certain bodies. We know that air occupies space and it exerts pressure. In the previous class already we had discussed that air occupies space and it exerts pressure. So therefore it is used to inflate things like balloons, pillows and mattresses. So balloons and pillows we have seen they are elastic in nature. So when air is filled in them, the pressure of the air expands their bodies. Football also, air can be used to inflate a football bladder. The football will bounce well because of the pressure of the air inside the bladder. Then air is also used to inflate tubes of cycle, car, bus, lorry tires. All these tires also can be inflated by using the air. So due to air pressure on the inner walls of the tire tubes, the bicycle and other vehicles run smoothly on the road. So we are running bicycle or other vehicles on the road, that is because of the air pressure. So air pressure also can move liquid. We are using a straw to sip cold drinks, so that is also because of the air pressure. We are using syringe, medicine dropper, fountain pen, lift pump. This is all because of the air pressure, because it can move liquid. So we use a straw to sip cold drink from a bottle. So one end of the you are using the straw. So one end of the straw you are keeping in the drink, that is stuck through the other end. So when we are keeping the one end of the straw in the drink and we are sucking through the other end, the some air is removed from the straw and the air pressure inside it is reduced. So the outside pressure is acting on the surface of the drink to force it up into the straw and then the mouth, and the liquid goes up. So because when one end is in the drink, other one is we are using to suck, but when we are using it, some air is removed. So to fill the space or the air pressure which is reduced, to gain that outside pressure is acting on the surface of the drink and forcing the liquid to come up to the mouth. Similarly, syringe also works with air pressure. Doctor introduces syringe into the liquid medicine and pushes the piston up and down, pushing the air out. So then he pulls the piston up. So the outside air exerts pressure on the surface of the medicine and forces the liquid into the syringe. So a syringe works with air pressure. Similarly, atmospheric pressure presses the liquid into the medicine dropper. The open end of the dropper is dipped into the liquid medicine and the rubber bulb is pressed. The air from the tube of the dropper is forced out and the air pressure inside it is reduced. So the outside air pressure presses the liquid medicine into the tube of the dropper. So the liquid contained in the dropper can be emptied. So fountain pen, medicine dropper, syringe, these all works on the same principle. So the medicine dropper, it can also be used as ink filler. So the common lift pump also works on the same principle as syringe and it helps to draw the water up. So when we are using the straw to sip cold drink or syringe or medicine dropper or fountain pen, they all works on the same principle using air pressure, because air pressure can move the liquids. This you can see, this type of arrangement is called siphon. This type of arrangement is called siphon. It is a simple arrangement usually made of glass or plastic or rubber tube, which provides easy transfer of liquid from a higher level to a lower level. So this is a simple arrangement and this is called siphon. It is generally used in if the container is too heavy to be lifted, or the container is fixed to a part of the machine, or if the container contains liquid sediment, that time this arrangement is used to pass or transfer the liquid from a higher level to a lower level. For example, we can take plastic tube and fill it completely with kerosene. So when you are putting kerosene, the one end of the rubber tube is deep in the kerosene and other end can be kept in the beaker. So this is the beaker and this is the big container where the kerosene is kept, and you can see one end is in the container and the other end is in the beaker. So after that, now kerosene will flow readily and get collected in the beaker. So here the care we have to take in is that the level should be high. The higher the level of the container from which the liquid is transferred, the faster will be the flow of liquid. So here the container, here in the container, kerosene should be higher than that of the beaker, then only the liquid can transfer very faster. So this, there should not be any air leakage in the siphon tube, otherwise it will create the flow of the liquid will be disturbed. So here the level should be high in the container than the beaker, so that the liquid can easily transfer from one container to another or higher level to lower level. So along with this, there are various constituents of air, because we know that air is a mixture of several gases. So these are the important gases of the nitrogen, oxygen, then carbon dioxide. Some amount of water vapor is also present in the air, and there are some rare gases in the air. So nitrogen, it is the main constituent of the air. It is known as the main constituent, and it is required for the normal growth and development of the plants. So fertilizers are prepared from nitrogen of air. They increase the crop yield. So nitrogen is very important because fertilizers are prepared, and these are very good for the growth of the plants. Oxygen is very important for us because we depend on oxygen for respiration. No life can exist in the earth without oxygen, and it is also essential for burning. The next is our carbon dioxide. This is also very important because it is used by the green plants to prepare their food, or it is used by the plants for the photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide is present in very small amount, but it is very important for plant, because of this only we are plants is doing photosynthesis and we are getting the oxygen. So water vapor is also present in the air. So due to the water vapor, dew, clouds, rain, snow and hail formations takes place. Then there are few rare gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. These are known as the rare gases of air. They are very inactive. They are present in very less amount, and they are very inactive. So helium is used for filling balloons. Argon and krypton, they are used for filling electric cables. Neon is used inside the brightly colored lights, that is neon signs, brightly colored advertising lights. Neon is used. So helium is used for balloons. So these gases are also very important. It is a rare gas, but these gases also has their own role in the air. So all the constituents of air, they are very important, and they have some uses for us. They are very useful to us. So this is all about the uses of air. So along with this, read the book so that you will be more clear what is the siphon arrangement and what are the uses of various constituents of air. So next class we will discuss about the air pollution, its causes, sources and control of the air pollution.